Someone who is deeply focused on also increasing their stakes in companies and making sure things can get big, outside of someone like Elon Musk, who is not interested in increasing his shares in Twitter now, is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has increased his stakes in Occidental, now having 136 million shares, HP, 104 million shares, and Citigroup, now having 55 million shares, almost 2.5% of Citi's outstanding shares. Warren Buffett is buying the dip, and he's living by his quote to be greedy when others are fearful. Justin, is this the right time to buy?
I think it's a bummer that so many folks have left the stock market and investing and thrown up their hands and maybe going back to, I don't know, how do you live without investing? We're about to enter a time where it's the perfect time to generate wealth, even if it's stagflation. Hopefully we all live for multiple decades. So we can, and I think this, if we do hit stagflation, I think it's going to be shorter than the 70s. So I think he's right. I think blood is starting to be in the streets. You're seeing Google trade at 13 times earnings. That means you're paid back.
And then 6 times price to sales, even though you don't like that metric, but still.
Yeah, especially for a mature company. But I mean, I'm seeing DCFs pencil out a lot more than I was at the top. And so stay alive. We all make money, and you can follow him and buy more stock. I think, unfortunately, Berkshire Hathaway is so large now that Berkshire is a S&P alternative. That, like, if I were to own the S&P or Berkshire Hathaway, I'd probably rather own Berkshire Hathaway. And that's more of a comp. But I think that they are limited in their size and scale. So they need their options are only the largest companies in the world. So, you can go buy, and maybe not dumpster dive, but buy really great values in smaller companies and I don't know, higher growth S curves.
Tom, are you buying the dip?
I think we're getting to the point where it gets interesting. So if you look at the chart of all the historical bear markets we had, which is about 20 bear markets that we had in the past, so you'll find out something very interesting. So the average length of a bear market is about 10 months, peak to trough. And basically, we're pretty much halfway there at 6 months right now. If December 27th, the Santa rally was the last time we were all-time highs. So it's starting to get interesting. And NASDAQ is in bear market territory. S&P is getting there closely. So it's starting to get interesting. And look, I don't know if Warren Buffett coined this phrase, but it's a very famous saying, time in the market is more important than timing the market. And Warren is definitely living by that. I mean, even Warren, I think, knows that it's impossible to actually time the market, and nobody can really do it consistently. You might hit it once or twice, but staying in the market and buying at the trough is a much better strategy than trying to guess when, like, a stock market will move one way or the other. The other thing about, I think, what Warren is doing here, I think it's brilliant. It's a brilliant strategy. He is standing behind his creed, but this strategy actually eliminates completely emotions out of the game. There's absolutely no emotional reactions here. You hold, you buy, and vice versa. You buy and you hold. You eliminate, if you're a retail investor, you eliminate short-term capital gains, which means you're holding over a year. So better performance as far as, you don't pay extra 20, 30% on short-term capital gains. And the other thing is, look at what Warren has been doing. Everybody criticized him for being over the hill when during the pandemic, when all this craziness went crazy, he absolutely bought nothing. I think it hit peak cash. Right, Justin, I'm not mistaken, Berkshire Hathaway got to peak cash all time. And everybody's like, oh, he's a has-been. He's lost his marbles. He doesn't know, blah, 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 blah. Market pulls back, complete rug pull. Everybody on CNBC, like, running around like headless chickens. And he's just basically, okay, now it's my turn, bitches. And now he gets in the water, like, goes on the rampage, buys everything. Citigroup, Occidental, Chevron, Allegheny. I mean, I don't even remember half of it. It's like
HP.
I don't know. He's probably going to out-survive all of us. I mean, the dude is an OG.
Just knock on wood over there. Yeah, I do love Warren Buffett, and I think this is, if he's buying, it's a time that shows we're starting to get interesting. I agree with you, Tom.
He might make me look good in my risk arb deal on ATVI though. That's what I'm praying for. I need that after Twitter.
Now you just need him to buy Palantir.
He'll never buy Palantir. It's too much tech and too much. It's
too
completely
small. It's too small.
It's just not the sort of company he usually invests in. It's very technological and growth and not. I mean, he doesn't invest in CEOs like Alex Karp, to be honest.
That's true. That is true.
You need to be very open to accept Alex. He's a character. Much like Amit, who's always legit. How do you think I get my hair to look like this?
No.